To our weeks on acids and bases, named What Are You Drinking for 2013 Science Fair. So, we divided the project into the steps of a scientific method: observations, questions, gather data, hypothesis, experiment, data from experiment, and conclusion. Okay, let's begin with observations. Prior to conducting our experiment, we were provided with knowledge regarding acids and bases, such as their characteristics, relationship between one another, and several examples of each. An acid is known as a substance which, when added to water, it produces hydrogen ions. On the other hand, a base, when combined with water, creates hydroxide ions. They can be identified as acidic, neutral, or basic, according to their level on the pH scale. This scale measures how acidic or basic a substance is. Acids react with zinc, magnesium, or aluminum and form hydrogen, while bases react with most cations to precipitate hydroxides. We were also aware that substances are considered acids when their pH level ranges from 0 to 6.9, and substances are considered bases when their pH level ranges from 7.1 to 14. Likewise, substances are considered neutral when their pH level is 7. In addition, the human stomach has a pH level between 6 and 7, which is due to diluted hydrochloric acid. Acids commonly taste sour and produce an itching and burning sensation when they come in contact with skin. On the other hand, bases commonly taste bitter and feel slippery. Now let's move on with the questions. We were able to produce questions to the project, which are: which beverage contains the highest pH level, which contains the lowest? Is it safe to assume that the drinks that taste the most sour are the most acidic? Is it hurtful for the human stomach to ingest highly acidic solutions? Will there be any detectable change in the plants after being exposed to the different solutions? Is the pH level of the human stomach disrupted when the solution's pH is too drastic? Now let's move on with gathering data. For the successful realization of this project, the following materials were needed: pH strip indicators, milk, orange juice, grapefruit juice, Diet Coke, chocolate milk, tap water, Sprite, and root beer. Here are the images of the materials we were using for the project. Now, our hypothesis was: we believe that, only taking into consideration our personal view regarding the taste of the multiple beverages, Coke and orange juice will have the lowest pH levels, while milk and chocolate milk will have the highest pH levels. Additionally, we believe that the pH level of the human stomach is disrupted when we consume highly acidic substances, while bases do not affect us as much. Furthermore, we believe that the plant that was exposed to the acidic substance will be the most disrupted or decayed, while the plant that was exposed to the basic substance will not be affected as much, while the water one will remain the same. Moving on, we had the experiment. We had to follow the next procedures, which were: insert the pH indicator strips in the different substances. This way we would determine the solution's acidic level. We then poured the most drastic substances into the plants, and then monitored and observed the decaying process of each plant. Moving on, we are going to see data from the experiment, which is basically the results we obtained. We can see the substances we tested as well as their pH level. Also, we have the images of the base plant, the water plant, and acid plant. We can see how they changed and their final result after we put them the basic solution, the water solution, and the acid solution. Down below, you can see the images of the different materials we tested along with their pH indicator strips. And you can see in the images how the results and the pH indicator strips were of each material. These are the pictures of us taking the pH indicator strips and inserting them in the different solutions: grapefruit, milk, root beer, chocolate milk, Sprite, Coke, and others. That being said, we can conclude that our hypothesis regarding the various pH levels was slightly incorrect, since the beverages with the lowest pH levels were grapefruit, Sprite, and orange juice, while the substances with the highest pH levels were tap water and chocolate milk. Additionally, we were able to arrive to the conclusion that, contrary to popular belief, both strong acids and strong bases are equally hurtful to the material they were applied to. And that is all. We hope you enjoyed this week's we made for you. Thank you.